Hello, everyone. This is Felicia Bender, the practical numerologist, with your monthly numerology forecast for March 2023 if you are in a 2 or an 11-2 personal year. So, a little bonus information as we get going into the month. So, if your life path number so if you're new to numerology, you might not even know what that is. Usually that's what draws people to numerology, right? Is knowing their life path number. It's like knowing your sun sign and astrology. And so if you know your life path number, that's it, that you'll identify with what I'm talking about. If you don't, please take just a second, go to the description box down below. You can go to my website, figure it out. There's a calculator there, lots of great free information to find out about your life path number. So, with that said, though, if you're here, you probably know what your life path number is. So, also, I would say if think about the other numbers in your numerology profile. If you know more than your life path, say you know what your destiny number, that expression number is. Maybe you know your soul urge. Obviously, you know your birthday number. The day that you were born also has significance with your numerology. So, not to get too much, but I'm just trying to say that when you're experiencing a personal year that is the same as your life path number, it really is a special year. It is a special time where you get double the pleasure and double the triggers and kind of quadruple the opportunities. It's really supporting you as you are working on developing and deepening your overall life path purpose. So it's a really exciting time if you know that, right? So if you happen to be a 2 life path, or maybe you're a master 11 slash 2, master 11-2 life path, and you're in a 2 personal year, then this year is really going to be special. It's going to be significant for you, and it's going to feel intense in a really good way. So it's going to put you to the test. It's going to ask you to level up your life with the key elements of and themes, right, of your life path, which for you, if you're a 2 or an 11-2, have to do with developing patience, working with diplomacy, right, being that peacekeeper, that peace giver, peacekeeper, all of the things, giving it and keeping it. So you're working with the good of the group in mind, very community, relationship driven and oriented. And the 2 is always building those loving relationships and really working at moderating and modulating and keying into your incredible intuitive capabilities and your energetic sensitivities, amongst many, many other things. So, those are key elements for your personal year. And yet, if that's who you are and what your purpose is in life, you're also really swimming in that pool of supportive energy to allow you to develop and advance on your life path. So the same is going to happen if the 2 or the 11-2 shows up as one of your other core numbers, as we talked about a little bit at the beginning. So again, if you don't know your life path, go to the drop down on my website, feliciabender.com. There's a calculator there, lots of free information. And if you want to do an even deeper dive and understand all of your core numbers, you can go to the shop tab and order a full chart. So lots of resources there if you become even more curious about your own numerology. So with that said, if you are experiencing a 2 or an 11-2 personal year this year, March in 2023 is a number 5 personal month for you. So it's a number 5. I've done the math for you. Trust me on this. The number 5 is going to be infused in your year in this 4-week time of March for you. So your reflection right now, the focus is that this is a month to key into your adventurous spirit and push yourself out of your comfort zone. Okay, so this is a month where you'll be feeling maybe an itch to travel, shake it up a bit. There's a chance for travel around March 7th or so, so you won't really be able to deny that intense longing, desire, push, or drive for travel right now, just for getting out of your routine, just shaking it up, shaking it off a little bit. Time to take a break right now. If you can, this is the month. This is the time to do it. So say yes rather than no. Okay, say yes. The energy of the number five brings in an energy of sensuality, of indulgence. So anything that you can do to bring in some fun, bring in something new, something exciting, something adventurous. It really is right in alignment with the energy of the number five that you are getting in full force this month in March. So on March 16th or the 18th, you may also find opportunities to advance one or more or the other. It depends on what's going on in your world of your important projects or interests. So this could be a time where things kind of shake out for you. Okay, if you're single on the relationship front, single ready to mingle, or maybe you're even in a relationship, happily spoken for, so to speak, you'll notice that you have an added layer of sex appeal right now. So cha-cha-cha, enjoy it. Enjoy it. It is a great time. If you are single, take your time right now and revise your dating profile. Plan and if you are, well, let me back up. If you're single, spiff up the dating profile, get out and about, go off your beaten path. If you're single and you're frustrated and you're not meeting people, that sort of thing, it means you've got to get yourself out the door. And if you always go left on your street to that coffee shop over there, go right. Go explore some other avenues, some other places, show up somewhere different and see how that lands for you, because the five is really supportive of, again, going off the beaten track, expanding your viewpoint, and that can be on all levels. Okay, so if you're married, if you're together, if you are in a committed relationship, it's still a time to enjoy that and do something different, right? So do date night, but don't go to the same restaurant. Do the same thing, the same old, same old. Shake it up. Do something fun. Do something a little off the cuff, right? And make it a point to do that. The overall energy of the five. Again, don't make reservations at the same place at the same time. Do explore. Do something kind of, I don't know, kind of kooky, something you'd never do. Do it. I challenge you. Okay. Get back to me on that. So it is your two personal year, which is a time where love, where connection often really heightens within your current relationship. So if that's the case for you, this is again a great month supporting having a more connectedness, more just more fun, more connection in that way. And this could also be the year for those who are open to a relationship where the one shows up for you. So this could be a time to collide, right, with some new person who has some potential down the road, right? It's all about love and partnership for you in 2023. So if you are wanting your plus one, really, this is a great kind of sizzling month to dip your toes in that dating water. And if you're coupled, use this sexy, adventurous energy to bring you closer together. So understand that you get to experience two number five personal months this year. Aren't you the lucky ones? So the next one shows up in December. Seriously, like how cool is that? You'll be interested to know you know, to know that, I think, and to look back when you get to December and see maybe if there are some parallels in any way about what's going on for you in March, and then what kind of shakes out and transpires for you during the holiday season. So we'll check in about that when we get to December. So in any event, if this is your, well, let's go into if this is your master number 11 personal year. If this is your 11-2, not simply a two, Understand that there is always this added intensity on every realm if this is what you're experiencing this year. Don't be jealous. Those of you who are in your 2 personal year and are like, oh, why do other people have their 11 and they're so super special and I'm not? Doesn't work that way. Be careful what you wish for, because the master numbers are intense, okay? And they have some significant potentials there, but it's also harder and it's also more difficult and it's also a bit more confusing, all right? So the occurrences, if you are in an 11, uh, they really highlight personal awareness, spiritual illumination. So it's kind of like very much double the one of last year, double the one personal year, and then layer it on top of that too. So it's a lot of, it feels like a lot of foot on the gas and foot on the brake kind of simultaneously. And it can feel just weird, right? So it can feel like you're riding a teeter totter, kind of up and down, up and down, up and down. There's a lot of potential here for not only spiritual illumination, but also some success with business, other things. But it comes, it's I don't want to say it comes at a price, but it certainly has its higher levels of intensity that are involved with it and challenges. So, if you feel a certain sense of nervous tension or feel that this really isn't a slow year at all, you are more than likely kind of knee deep in this Master 11 energy. It's that double one. Think about last year, double up on that one personal year, and then place that slower relationship driven, hurry up and wait sort of energy underneath it. So it can feel really like you've got one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake, like simultaneously uh, to the to the floorboard. So it can feel confusing and it can feel I don't know, it just feels wonky, right? So it really is, though, if you are in an 11 personal year, it is time to fine tune your intuition, learn your own intuitive language, start noticing even those smallest signs, right? The 2 is always a year where we're learning to slow down, notice the subtleties, key in to the subtle energies, to the nuances, take a moment for those delays, right? I mean, it's really interesting. I was actually watching an interview with the musician Hosier the other day, and who is a 3 life path, by the way. And he was talking on an interview program, and they were asking him about his um, his song "Take Me to Church," and they said, "Well, do you go to church?" And he said, "No, I don't." And he talked about his upbringing, um, and his sense of spirituality, and what he said was that his parents were Catholics, but then they moved over into being Quakers, and so he grew up in the Quaker community in Ireland. And the point I'm trying to make here is that he talked about how there was no hierarchy, or there is no hierarchy. Those of you out there who are Quakers or who know Quakers, you know this already, but I really didn't know this as well, it was just really interesting to me. I didn't know this in the way that he was talking about it. And so he talked about how church service wasn't a hierarchy. There wasn't someone up there who was the pastor, who was the father, who was the one in charge. It's a very community oriented, love centered, spiritual practice, and that the Quakers walk in and to when they have Sunday service, they sit in a circle and they sit in silence for an hour, I guess, and then at the end, people can be invited to speak about something that's on their mind, ask for. And yet it is more of that silence, and that they were talking about how the Quakers, their primary, very simple teaching is to see the spark of God in every human being. to operate that way during your life, to be kind and to be peaceful and all of that. So it's like that energy. It's like that Quaker energy is what I'm trying to get at, that you're working with in the two personal year. How can you just sit in a room with a group of people and just sit in silence, sit in meditation, and and have all of that? I mean, how, think about it, how much is going on there, and yet it is not uh, verbal, and it is not readily apparent to everyone and everything. It's really has to do with you and how you are internally perceiving. So think about that as the, I was going to say overarching energy of your two personal year, but I would say underarching. It really is what is underneath and what is supporting you and what was being asking you, drawing you in to that more silent uh, space where so much is possible, right? So, and when you're in the 11, that's even more of an opportunity, I think, because you've got that highly charged spiritual energy of the 11. So it can be a lot of spiritual advancement and a lot of hurry up and wait. So to get back to your forecast specifically, though, as you settle into your relationship centered two personal year, know that peacekeeping, patience, diplomacy, these are really highlighted all year long. There's a whole other world of information ready and waiting for you when you slow down. Slow down enough to take it in and to see it, right? The two personal year really is all about coming to terms with who you are from the inside out. So this month, self inquiry centers on sexuality, it centers on relationships and connection, and how curious and adventurous you are or aren't, right? The five can also bring in some fear, some restriction, that sort of thing. So that's the counterbalance to the five energy, that kind of gregarious shake it up energy that you're working with this month. So it's going to ask you, how do you engage with your sensual side? And it's going to ask you to really look at that and participate with that. Your assignment for March is to give yourself permission to tap into your adventurous spirit, right? Can you get your sexy back? Can you do something different? Can you expand? Can you have fun? Right? That is your forecast, and that is your homework for March. So I'm wishing you a happy spring and looking forward to meeting you here next month, same time, kind of same channel, for your April forecast. And I'm wishing you a fabulous month. Enjoy it. And we'll see you back here next month to see what April has in store for you. I'll see you then.